How's it going, Papa? Let me just sort this out. That music looked a little bit loud. Tell me about it. I had some free time. I was working on the Fallout base. I got a little bit of mining to do and then go back and do that map, I reckon. So, figured I'd stream it. Actually, I figured I'd make a cup of tea, then I figured I'd stream it. And it's not what I wanted to do. So, a little bit of mining left to do. So this is going to be a ridiculous bone meal farm. This is just the floor level. The farm itself goes way below it. Did you catch the F1 today? I completely missed it all. I will be watching the race tomorrow, though. But, like, the McLarens suffered from lack of straight line speed. Oh, did I get any andesite yet? No. So I'm not bothering too much with the materials. I'll be back after next week. 3 weeks holiday. Nice for some. I think I am actually away that week. Week after next. Checks the date. Week after next. Towards the end of that week, I go away. Not for very long, only a few days. What am I thinking? Oh yeah, full screen. That's what I was thinking. I knew I was thinking something. Lack of talent. Not sure they're lacking talent. McLaren have got 2 very good drivers. Fusion, how's it going? Good to see you. Long time indeed. Yeah, I mean, I don't stream on. I tended to stream on YouTube, but I haven't actually streamed in ages at all. And now just getting back into it, and I am dual streaming. So hopefully, yeah, we have the chat on the top. Okay, those. Kind of goes the opposite way. Okay. At least it's there. McLaren have good... Oh, we got Steve as well. How's it going, Steve? Yep, live on the Abcraft server. So we're just going to do this last couple of layers on this bit here that I've been mining. So for those of you who don't know, this is my Fallout base. Kind of a modular base system that I put together. So we have like infinite... stem farm storage and stuff like that. So here is going to be a excessively large bone meal farm. So we'll have the big room inside here, and then the bone meal farm itself is gonna go, no one texts me, and then I go live and someone texts me. Yeah, I don't need to text to that immediately. One is a dormant volcano. That they might be, but they're both very quick drivers. I think Red Bull would very much like to have one of those drivers in their second seat. Like, I can acknowledge that Verstappen, whilst being a bell end, is also talented. Nice that they finally got rid of Horner as well. I haven't seen you since that happened. God, I hated that guy. Even in cars that aren't the quickest. Yeah, but that's No different to Alonso, for example. I could put Alonso in a car that's not the quickest, and he's not going to be the quickest. They haven't got into the quickest car by accident. Like, McLaren didn't go all out for Piastri when he was at Alpine, or going to Alpine, because he was slow. They're both going to be quick drivers. Both potential world champions. Not that they don't have things to work on. Norris obviously needs to be more consistent. But I think Piastri's shown himself to be pretty damn good this year. Payne1325. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Doing a little bit of work on the Fallout base. We're going to do a bit of mining. And then we're going to go back to the map art area that I was working on the previous stream. I just want to get this mined out. I mean, the bit that's going to go... So there's a big bit that's going to go down here. And I don't like mining deep slate. So we're going to use one of those 3D TNT Juper machines. And do it that way. But we need to... I think... Norris is starting to improve these last few races. It's whether he gets that, gets that mental toughness or not in time, but I think he's certainly shown a lot of improvement in the last few weeks. Brought himself back into it. So I won't rule him out yet. He's historically been a very quick driver. I think he's better on race day than... yeah, I mean, he needs to... Like, Human Eater was taken. Yeah, I mean, for Norris, the one... I mean, fortunately, he's not massively in a title fight with Verstappen. Thankfully, the Red Bull's not quick enough, particularly on race day. But if he was, he's got to bin that friendship with Verstappen off if he wants to win the championship. Because Max would not hesitate to bin it off if it was needed. I'm good, thank you. How are you, Human Eater? That's right, Human Eater was taken. I hate this camera. Like, I don't know why it does that now. Never used to do that. There we go. It just auto frames, which is fine, but then it auto frames badly. It used to be really good, really responsive. Now, not so much. How are we doing? Okay, I'm getting attacked. Why am I getting attacked? Fortunately, we haven't got too much more of this to do, and I thought I'd do the two different jobs kind of... Oh, there. Probably spawn there. So, try and keep the... I've got, yeah, camera override on, just 'cause I'm working underground. It's super annoying when it's dark, so just get that up and running. So hopefully the quality of the stream is better today, so I've upped the bitrate because it was pretty poor, I believe, last time, and the bitrate was definitely too low for 2K. There's not, yeah, but there's not many people who, if they're in an intense rivalry, will remain friends. You know? Hamilton and Rosberg, for example. And Hamilton and Verstappen, for example, who are now friends. Now they're not in a title battle. They seem to like each other. You can guarantee if they're in a title fight again, they'll get grumpy with each other and not speak to each other, because the titles matter more to them. But I absolutely guarantee you, Max will get grumpy. You know, he wouldn't worry about being nice and friendly. Won't bother him. And Norris needs a little bit of that. Oops. Not lit that up. That's why they're spawning over here as well. So, yeah, this... We'll be doing this build on stream as well when I get to it. Hopefully he'll learn, but yeah, difficult to know. On race pace, Norris is quick. And he's improved his qualifying over the last few weeks, so I just think Norris has better tyre management than Piastri. Most of the time. Cool, we're getting there. So this is all, like, these tunnels will come out to about here, and then the bone meal farm will be in the centre. It's 64 modules, I think. Can't remember what that was an hour. Kills the frame rate. Won't be running it when there's too many people on the server. Got a couple on right now, though. If you are new here, this server is completely free to play on. Long-term, no reset server. Very chilled. We do some events. Just done a Wild West event. What you building? Bone meal farm. I can actually show you what I'm going to be building. Let me just turn the place. I turned the placement off because it's quite a big placement, and there we go. So these tunnels will extend, and then in here, difficult. Oh yeah, it's because that's still there. So this will be a bone meal farm. So you turn the farm on, chuck shulkers of logs, shulkers of shells. That'll be the bone meal storage. That will be shulkers. And then we have the 5 layers of the bone meal farm. And then in this area here, 3 6-speed shulker loaders. Just about covers it. A little bit might go to waste, but not hardly worth building a 4th. And that there is just an auto crafter. Yeah. It's meant to be a 4x4. The schematic said it was a 4x4, and then I counted it. I was like, no, that's 5 layers. There is definitely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are definitely 5 layers there. Yeah, I still think you're discounting him a bit early. What do I need all the bone meal farm for? Bone meal for? So I'm going to be building tree farms in here. I've already got a flower farm over here. Not that I use that much. But my view on... I don't know why I built it that big. Essentially just so I don't have to stand here for hours and hours on end. Like, although this farm will be a little bit laggy, run it when there's no one on, or very few people on. Run it for 10 minutes, and then, you know, never run it again. So I think we're going to be too far away from the cobblestone farm. Oh, no. So that is a 1 million per hour cobblestone farm. And, you know, I've run that like once and got all of the cobble I'll need for a long, long time. And also it looks cool. Oh, look, Harris Heller. I haven't watched his channel for a while. Wonder what he's up to. Yeah, so it's really cool. It's modular. Like, the entrance is cool. That is an actual like slime lift. Slime lift thing. You know what I mean. And what we got over here? Villagers. Villager trading hall over here. We have the quad iron farm. Like I say, we have the stem farm that we saw that was here. A few other things as well. So just it's like I say, nice and modular. So like tunnels, just a modular section that you can build nice and easy. All goes together. See the FPS lag when that's turned on? It's because of the size, and every time you break a block, kind of updating that like Matic, saying, do I need to change how I render? And that causes huge frame loss. Also, the bone meal farm itself causes huge frame loss. Like, I was down to a handful of frames running it, so, and I've got a rather beefy computer. Really shouldn't. So anyone who hasn't will be down to 1 frame per second. Fortunately, I don't care about the materials. In a friend, trying to make ours modular too. Awesome. Yeah, I've kind of not played a huge amount this year. Just because. I am thinking, can I do the outside design? The outside design is just the ruins of a nuclear war, which is why you want to do that. I'm not stupid. You just want to explode a lot of things. Would I be 100% accurate in that assessment there, Papa? I know I am. Right. We're not far off. We're going to do the map after this. I just wanted to, like I say, just get this bit mined out. Yes. Yeah. I mean, I do want, like, the outside bit kind of ruined and what have you. So I was kind of just thinking I'd build, like, the outlines of buildings. A Dynamitco. We'll go with that. Is it going? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, I was kind of planning on blowing stuff up out there at some point. You're a streamer too? Awesome. Done deal. I'll give you a shout when we're going to do it. Kind of have to be a little bit careful you don't blow up my actual base. Something I... Thank you for the follow, Human Eater. I was taken. Much appreciated. Yeah, I don't want you to blow a hole down the base through the actual base, which I feel you and Boundhead would be liable to do. And that's fair to say. How's me pick? My pick's alright. I feel like when it's doing that, it's doing it because it... Yeah, it must be because it's so close to the beacon. Want a collab? I've got something like 16,000. Oh, potentially, I'd need to have a look at your stuff offline and just see what you're doing. What's the new project? This is just my Fallout base. Which I'll hasten to add I haven't abandoned. I just went very clever for this one. Built this within my... Did this one modular, just when, you know, with my ADHD. Just so I could come back to it and no one could ever claim it's not finished because it's modular, so, you know, always finished in my book. This is the bone meal. This is going to be the bone meal farm. I already have an SMP. This is Abcraft. This is like my SMP that I've run for about 3 years. And yeah, no, we're going to do some explodey stuff, apparently. A little bit concerned that Papa and Boundhead might be there. And when I say a little concerned, very, very, very concerned. Have to move all the waypoints and map files over to a new one. Yeah. The fun times. I've had to do exactly the same. Teach me to keep updating the server, but on all those new features, there was a really annoying bug crash in 1.21. It was definitely in 6. I think it got fixed in 7. Where just every so often you get like this, wasn't the normal out of memory thing, but it was an out of memory error. It kept happening when I was AFK and it was really annoying. I mean, of all my bases on the server anyway, this one is actually probably the most complete of them all. I mean, compared to Atlantis, which is just not. We could do some Atlantis. Actually, no, the map's going to take a little bit longer. It's quite a big map. Absolutely... if you're already whitelisted and in the Discord, then it's appbuilder.co.uk. No worries, Papa. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the F1 tomorrow. Thanks for popping in. And hopefully see you back on the server soon. So I found out I can embed the stream on my website, which I definitely need to do. And can I ban you straight from here? Oh, I can't do it right from here, which is super annoying. I do it from my phone. Oh, I don't have the Twitch app on my phone. Ah, thank you, Miri. Yeah, so I can ban from Restream chat, but not from Twitch chat from here. It's something to keep in mind. Will the pick make it? Might just about. We're only doing 2 instead of 3 layers this time. Come close to being completely broken a couple of times. How's life treating you anyway, Miri? You haven't, you've been off Minecraft as well. I think everyone's kind of had a bit of a Minecraft off year. We obviously had everyone in for the event, but outside of that, we didn't have too much bound. We haven't had much papa, no catch. I think Crazy still comes on, but I don't see him that much. 2 years, wow. Yeah, I'm trying to get back into content again. I kind of got 100% on the website and no time for content. Just burn out. And we all played a lot of this game. You're just maintaining the mod. Fair enough. Might be something you get back into. Yeah, I think we're just going to make this without going to repair the pick. Just keep a very close eye on it. Oops, someone's sleeping. That's going to be handy when I'm doing the map. Nearly there. Yeah, we made it. Okay, cool. Have we left? Okay, that's not too bad then. So, can I turn the placement back on? There we go. So when it comes to actually doing the duper, I'm not too worried about these bits. I can just mine these bits manually myself. But the big chunk we'll do with the duper. So we'll just kind of mine an outline that we flood, and that'll work. No, they'll go in the config folder. I don't need any of this. Right, perfect. Right, let's go do the map. Let's fix up the pick. I can turn that off. Let's go do the map. Let's have a sip of tea first. I mean, this base is pretty nice. It's pretty well done. We'll do 2 lots. Actually, oh yeah, someone slept. Perfect. Do 4 of these. And then use that wonderful mod, IPN, to do the quick trading. The advertisement there. Tea, what brand? Ooh. So, I'll tell you in a second. Because it's not a normal brand you get in the supermarket. So I do drink Yorkshire tea normally. Well, I say normally. If I get the brand from the supermarket, I drink Yorkshire. This, let me get the website. This is Tea and Coffee, the Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. Kent and Sussex Tea and Coffee Company. tea-and-coffee.com. And it oops, that was not the right button. Oh good, I only minimized it. So this is full leaf, loose leaf tea. It's a English breakfast blend, but it's full leaf. Had some Assam from there as well, which I've been drinking today, which is very nice. But yeah, if I go for tea bags, then it's Yorkshire. Definitely fabric. Is there a... So Miri, who's in the chat here, is the creator of it. And he will tell you right now if there is a forge port of it, which I think there is. Inventory profiles next if you can't find it under IPN. It's on Modrinth. I'm sure it'll be on CurseForge as well. Inventory profiles next. And you also need lib IPN. Ah, you're on Fabric. Perfect. Yeah, it'll be on the... I'm pretty sure it'll be on CurseForge as well. There's no way... Why have you not unlocked? Weird.
That would mean that we have, with this brain,
Well, I need those.
tiny thing, a septillion times smaller than the tiny planet it lives on.
Awesome. Yeah, don't forget the library as well, the lib IPN that you'll need to go with it. Oh, I feel like Miri's gone now. He's just missed my excellent advertising. You can use it for lots of things. I've done a video series on it, but you can use it to sort your chests in whatever format you want. And I use it so you can, like, if you like a hotbar, I would press one key, it just sorts my hotbar. And I also use it for the villager trading. It does lots of other things too. Those are the things I tend to use it for. Keep my chests nice and organized. Right. Let's head out to... There we go. Let's head out to the map art area. Have I got my bed on me? Ah, you know what? It might be over there. So this is actually my old base here. Just a messy, horrible cave base. Right. Oh, you know what? I changed it so that the waypoints didn't appear from too far away. There we go. Right, it annoys me having the waypoints from miles away. And so I changed some of the settings so they didn't appear too far away. And you can't find what you want. Right, okay. I think it's not that way. There we go. It's over here. So let's make sure that is selected. And yeah, we're going to have to bring that up to 62, maybe? I don't understand why that won't let me change it, but okay. Whatever. Okay, cool. So... somewhere over here is lots of blue concrete. And if I remember rightly, I did that. Excellent. Let's make sure easy place is on. Let's make sure fake sneak is on. It is. And let's build us some map art. I think, if I remember rightly, I start doing a bit over there. Yeah, I mean, we've got lots to do. So this is a 3x1, 1x3, I'm not sure. 3x1, 3x1 sounds. So it's a 3 wide, 1 high map art. And it's just like the Vault-Tec logo. So we can have that in the base. So lots of blocks to place. And we'll crack on with this. Oh, it's getting a bit comfier. Now I'm not mining. A bit comfier, that's better. Got a few map art. It's been a while since I've done a map art over here. So we have the Easter Island kind of big statue. Should be good. The only thing you gotta do is keep the server... Actually, no, I think it does it off the IP, so it'll do it off abfilter.co.uk. That is a new name that I do not recognize, I think. This can't be the first time they've been on. Or is that you? That might be you. 116X, is that you? I don't actually recognize your name. It is indeed you. How long has it been since you've been on? In my defense, I can't remember every name. I do my best. And this is a lot of blocks. And maybe 2 months. Okay. I thought it might be years. Because we've been running for 3 years or so now. So, like, you get a lot of people that just join, like, once over a year ago. And then, yeah, don't come back. But, I mean, the nice thing is it's the no reset server. So, all your stuff is there. Should have put... Oh yeah, I might put wooden double chest down, then it'd be easier to figure out how I'm actually doing. So what we found out when I was doing this is actually... right, late last year. Fair enough. Because obviously the ocean's blue, so actually, strictly speaking, I could have probably just done the yellow. But I didn't figure that out until I placed about 5 shulkers of light blue concrete, so... Now we're just going to finish it. Obviously, this is a pretty big map, so I put down 8 speed beacons. I think it is. I think it's 8. Cover the entire area, so that I didn't have to run slowly. Which, frankly, was a genius move on my part. This isn't too tricky. Very confused. Yeah, that is the problem if you haven't played for a few months. It's like, what the hell was I doing here? I've had that myself. I haven't had quite as big a gap as you, but I have had things where I've come back and I'm like, I don't know what I was doing. Don't know what I was working on. No one's sleeping, are they? It's annoying. Alright, well, I'll sleep then. Yeah, I will. There's a bed there. Perfect. Right. And now if I grab this, we can clean up a little bit. There we go. That's better. It's getting a little bit messy on here. I have no idea where that... Oh yeah, that from the things. There we go. That's better. Right, we'll take that one. Okay. Yeah, we're working through those nicely. Bearing in mind there was like 20 odd blue shulkers to begin with. So we're working through this area nicely now. Yep, you have my sympathies. My bases are normally atrociously organised as well. Looks like we are starting to get a few people in. If you are new here, this server is completely free to play on. You can join it by joining my Discord, and the bot will be along in a minute to post the link to the Discord. If not, it's probably in the description. Might be in the description, might not. Don't know. If not, on all my YouTube videos, there is a link to the Discord, or on my website, abfielder.com. Long-term no reset server on 1.21.8. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, I am building a massive map art. I have a Fallout style base, and we are building a Vault Tech map art. Which has something like 24 shulkers of light blue concrete, which I don't actually need because I'm building over an ocean. I could have just used the ocean water. But it's too late to worry about little idiotic mistakes like that. We will place all this light blue concrete anyway. We We have the 8 beacons. Beacons of speed to keep us going. And see how long this takes. I have no concept of how long map arts take. Yeah, it's a much darker blue, but I think it would have still worked for this, really. It wouldn't have made too much of a difference. It is a much darker blue. And because I placed it one block above the ocean, you get like a bevel on the letters, which I think would have gone had I placed them on the same level, but not sure which one looks better, really. In some ways, the dark blue might have been more accurate. It's difficult to say. Doesn't matter. Try not to worry about it too much. Way too late to worry about it by the time I figured it out. Oh, we need some carrots. I reckon stats, items, times used, light blue concrete, 68,000 on the powder. I don't think we'll quite catch up with that on the, we're on 19,000 on there. I don't think we'll catch up on that because I think I placed like at least 2 more shulkers than I needed. So, hopefully everyone is enjoying themselves. How's everybody's Saturday's been? I always say that, and then like they could be from America. You've only had half your Saturday. We're going to be here chilling for probably at least another hour or so, just placing down this light blue concrete and then yellow concrete are the letters. Although you do get surprisingly far with this quite quickly. Like just missed random blocks there that we're just going to have to kind of sort. So this turned into a nice like PNG of the image, JPEG possibly, but then when you convert it to a map art you do get a little bit of dithering on the edge of the letters. That's not great. Although I've mostly cleaned it up, I've definitely missed parts. Not the end of the world, we can fix it all, but oh, that's a nice cool breeze. Got the windows wide open here. Kind of a nice summer evening in the UK. Well, the temperature is probably about 19 degrees centigrade. Okay, more blue. There we go. So we can bin that one off. We take all this but put 2 back. That's yellow, we don't want that. Take that one. And then we'll go back here. Yeah, we get into the letters, which breaks this up a lot. It should get a little bit easier placing the blue, a little bit quicker. We've got one more full line that should be completely unbroken. And then we're into the letters. You know what? Need food. Gotta get food. Through the food so quick doing this. Cool. Hopefully the stream quality is good. Using something to stream to both Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. And last week the bitrate was just a little bit low. So the quality wasn't 100% great, but we fixed it. Hopefully. We're on about 8 upload? 9 upload. But should be much better. In theory. Probably overdoing it now. Yeah, so when we go back this time, we are going to get blocked by the sea of Vault-Tec. Cool, we have 4 people online at the moment. We had an event just last month. We did a Wild West event. So with this being a no reset server, a bunch of us just deposited our things into our base, then took our lives in a pit of lava, and then went off to a new area where we started afresh. Yeah, it's, there's a lot to do in IPM. Some stuff kind of just works out of the box, but yeah, it does need a little bit of work. And we do that one. There we go. So we are now into the fiddlier bits of the Vault-Tec logo. When we get to the end here, we'll eat some food. Yeah, there's an entire... I've done 5 or 6 videos, like an entire series on the various things you can do with IPM. I would definitely recommend the Villager Trading. That is a good one. That and sorting chests. I do love it for sorting chests. Though we have got the copper golem coming soon. Here we go. You were sorting out a ton of extra gear sets. Any particular reason? Do you die a lot? We'll get rid of one of those. There we go. Just means we haven't got to fly back and forth quite as much. Hopefully someone will sleep when it gets dark. We shall see. Ah, okay. We do obviously on, I mean, yeah, you need to get all the XP and stuff. We do on the server have the kind of starter villager trading halls and things like that. And sleepy time. Is anyone going to sleep? I'm going to say no, I'll go sleep. We can change the shulker, empty shulker. There we go. Right, let's get rid of the empty shulker and let's take a new one. There we go. And let's fly back to where we were. Somewhere over here. Probably here, in fact. How are we doing in terms of viewing figures? Better on Twitch than YouTube. Interesting, considering YouTube has 20,000 subscribers. Twitch has about 200. I don't think people sort of watch streams on YouTube that much. And it doesn't help that I don't stream regularly. And it's Saturday night. I have no idea if Saturday night's a good night for streaming or not. But I wasn't doing a lot. I'm playing a bit of Minecraft anyway. Figured, why not stream? And when we get to the end of this line, we'll eat some food. There we go. We'll get in there. it is quite a big build. Time is it? 20 to 9? Well, we'll keep on going. Be nice to get this finished tonight. And get this up into the vault. Oops. Right. So when the music ends, really funny. Alien Cyborg, how's it going? Good to see you. On YouTube as well. Awesome. We're dual streaming at the moment on YouTube and Twitch. Probably should figure out how to stream on TikTok. But that means figuring out how to do the vertical at the same time as the landscape. There we go. This was Sunburst. And I can actually stream directly to the website now. Haven't done it yet. I realised I could do it today. In some ways, I'd rather just embed the Twitch stream. So, yeah. We're getting there. Huge amounts of light blue concrete required in this build. Congratulations, you received 100 messages today with Restream chat. Awesome. Very nice. Thank you to everyone who's been in here saying hello, having a chat. Much appreciated. Gonna be here for a while, and doing this, having people in, makes things a lot nicer. You have to be active often if you join the server. No, you can play. I'm too old for TikTok. You and me both. No, you. Who was that? Cladus? No, you can play as much or as little as you like. It's a no reset server. And Spider, or sorry, Manny was taken. 116X here. Joined last year. And is back on for the first time this year. What are we in? 7 months in. So no, play as much as you like. As long as you're in the Discord. And even if you leave the Discord, we'll only remove the whitelisting. You can reapply when you come back. So no, it's cool. People have lots of other things they want to do, lots of other games they want to play. I myself, whilst I might stream Minecraft, I still play other games. So sometimes I take a break. Behind me, not that you can see it, but behind me I have my sim racing rig that I do not use enough. Alright, so we may as well do these gaps, I think. Otherwise, we're going to have to come back later and do them. I reckon we do these now. Yeah, I mean, I myself took quite a break this year. Awesome. Yeah, we basically have just some light fabric mods, but you can basically play. I mean, you can log on completely vanilla, but all our mods are very light. They're mainly around performance and security of the server. So it is basically a vanilla server. A couple of small things. Wondering Trader will sell mini blocks. Mobs will drop mob heads. It's kind of the extent of what we do. So all you need to do is join the Discord. There's not a link in the description. There is a link in pretty much every one of my videos and on my website appfielder.com. Just join the Discord. Fill out the very detailed whitelisting application form. It's 3 questions. what's your Discord name, what's your Minecraft username, and do you accept the rules? Or have you read the rules? Tick the box. And then we don't whitelist when I'm streaming, and we always just have a 24-hour wait period. It's amazing how a 24-hour wait period doesn't completely get rid of griefers and stuff like that, but it gets rid of most of the worst. We have the odd incident, but ever since we went to the 24-hour thing, it was like very rare. Whereas if you whitelist people instantly, a lot more instance of it. There we go. Do these gaps. We're actually cracking through this. Any incidents? No, not major griefers. We had one, I reckon it'd been last year now, that did a few explosions in the shopping district. We have a lot of thieves. We get a lot more problems with thieving than we do outright griefing. We banned a thief today, this morning. I think I banned a thief. Might have been yesterday. Yesterday. It was yesterday. We do get that, but like I say, it's pretty rare. And we try and whitelist people when there's a mod or an admin about, so we can just keep a close eye on new joiners. Yeah, no matter how many times we warn people that we can see thieving, we don't have to be online to see it. We can see it. Number of times, like, it's in the rules. We can see you even when we're not online if you've been thieving. People don't believe us, but we can. Oops. Yeah, absolutely. I think because they've never seen it themselves, they're just like, nah, you can't do that. We are cracking through this, he says as he runs out of concrete. How are we doing? Let's fly up. Let's go down one level. Yeah, we are racing through that. I mean, we've got loads of place down here, but that's going to be a lot of yellow down there. Two more for the finish pile. And there we go. May as well sleep whilst we're over here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We are getting there. There we go. Sleep. No. No age limit. We try and keep it. The server is family friendly. One of the mods, Sinister, sometimes plays with his kid who's about 8. I would say if they are under 10, always keep them under supervision. I think the youngest who's ever told us they played on the server was 10. But yeah, obviously we can't read DMs and stuff like that, so always keep an eye. Vault-Tech. I hope it says Vault-Tech. I hope it says Vault. Vault-Tech, it's the Fallout base. So if you ever played the game Fallout, I hope this is. It looks like the... I ain't gonna be worried. Vault Tech. Yeah, that's the Vault Tech logo. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, cool. Can't be worried then. Pladders, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. That actually needs to change into yellow, but we'll do that in a bit. I'm here now. I'm having some bad delay on YouTube. I wonder if that's anything to do with the software. Daniel, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Vault-Tec is from Fallout. I've never got into Skyrim. I always loved the Fallout games. Most like, that's right. I'm not going to miss one. I gotta find out why I always get 2 follow alert noises. I get 1 image, which I expect, and then but 2 noises. But Vault-Tec, yeah, Vault-Tec Alien is from the Fallout series. So I have like a Fallout kind of base going on, and I wanted the Vault-Tec logo as a map art. So I can have that in my base. May have overdone it with the 3x1. I'd like a little bit more artwork in the base. So we'll be looking at things we can do there. Wait, am I going the right way? Yeah. There we go. I think it's just because it was the hyphen that we were dealing with there that's confused me. That's cool. Let's do that and connect up with that. There we go. Oops. And then there we go. Ah, there we go. There's the bot with the link for anyone that needs it. Looks like we're getting a few more people in. For people who are new in, this server is completely free to play on. Join the Discord. There's a 24-hour wait on the whitelist. Yeah, I never bother with thorns. Not something I ever have on my armor. Don't tend to have flame on my bow, although the one I've got at the moment does have it. Very nice. There we go. Would it be nice to have this finished and have this in the base? Oops. Right, there is a knack to getting back on here without using rockets. Double kind of jumping. There we go. And what letter are we on? Oh, we are cracking on through this. So to see that brighter yellow is because I have already placed the concrete there. I just wanted to see how it looked with the ocean water as the blue instead of the light blue concrete. Probably would have used the ocean had I realized beforehand that I could do that. But I was 5 shulkers in. Horns will mean the durability will go down a lot quicker than usual. Oh, I did not know that. Did not know thorns used up durability. Well, you live and learn. Always something to learn about Minecraft. Right, okay, let's crack on. There we go. Okay. Yes, this was like 24 shulkers of light blue. About 5 or 6 shulkers of yellow, I think. Getting through it nicely now. I think I do. Yeah, I do use the light blue and the yellow elsewhere in the base, but not in significant quantities, so I've got a bit left over. It's going to last a while. There we go. Yep. Alexa, turn on the lights. There we go. What happens when you don't move in this house for 30 minutes? The lights go off. Cool, so when we get to the end of the V... Quite a lot to fill back in. Like I say, determined to try and get this finished today, which will take us up to about 9. I'm due a tea break shortly, because that one is cold. So this is actually my second stream of the week, which given it's probably my second stream of the year, in fact. Just trying to do this a little bit more often. Something I got out of the habit of doing. I was never much of a streamer. Always preferred making videos rather than streaming. I seem to have lost my shulker. Shulker.
But it's not a thing about making it accurate.
Shulker full of shulkers?
It's a thing about making it feel right.
I can probably help out with that. Oh, nice. Wasn't sure I'd reach that. Surprised I could place the box. Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen the first time. Right, so we nearly have done the V. We'll do the V. And there we go. Ah, I'm in worst case scenario. I have lots. Have you found them?
If it's an accident, there's an error that feels good, then you leave it in. You know, you want those.
Right, let's level this off so it's a bit easier. Ooh. Oh, there's people replying. And then fill out this side.
It's not a thing about making it accurate. It's a thing about making it feel right.
Yeah, thankfully it's nice and easy map art since it's just two for the entire map art's in 2 colors. It makes life a lot easier because I can just fill out my inventory. I went through before I did the stream, before I started the stream the other day, I did the 8 beacons for speed because I'm going to be doing a huge amount of running. Doesn't mean I've got to take those beacons down before we can do the actual map art though. It's not the end of the world. I couldn't decide. I was like, will it be quicker to place the 8 beacons, which in itself is pretty slow going,
But it's not a thing
and then
about
take them
making it
down?
accurate.
I was like, because of the size of the map, yeah, I reckon it'd be quicker with the beacons than without.
It's not about getting all the errors out.
And some of the music on
about
Pretzel is very strange. We still got a big chunk to do down in the bottom right of this map though, so we still got quite a lot to go. But I would very much like to get it finished. Then make multiple copies of it for the base. Do you have a resin farm? No, I do not. One thing I do not have. Yeah, it's gonna get dark. Let's see if anyone else sleeps. Who we got? We got 3 people on the line. Yeah, no resin, no. And not even one in my old base either. My cave base is absolutely armed for nearly everything, but do not have a resin one. Do not have a 2x2 dark oak or pale oak farm either. So actually, like the bone meal farm was to do bone meal for that amongst the normal tree farms as well. All right, we're gonna have to sleep. I'm going to get more light blue. Otherwise, we're going to have mob spawning. There we go. Right, let's get rid of those two. Those, I think, are all yellow. Yeah, I mean, because those are all yellow. Take that, put that in there. Let's get rid of that one. Nice. Then, let's grow ourselves some of this concrete. Right, I think that's good. Yeah, we are. So we got that little bit in the top left to do, and we got the bits down in the bottom right to do down there. Yeah, and then it's just the yellow. So I think we're going to get this done tonight. I haven't really looked at the designs for resin, if I'm being honest. Obviously, I don't really use many colours in the full light base. Not bright orange. So beyond the fact that I might build one for doing stuff elsewhere, don't have a direct need for one. Not too bad on the old viewing numbers across the two. Like I say, I need to get into doing streaming a little bit more often. Reutilize the website, which I used to do in the past. Fudge those Twitch numbers, get up on the front page. I reckon it'd be up to like 400 viewers or something now on Twitch if I did it through the web page. It used to be like 200. A little bit cheaty, but who cares? Right, I reckon place these two shulkers a light blue, which will take a little while. And get myself a fresh cup of tea. 20 stacks per night. They, can you only build them in place, or can you move the... I didn't know if you could move the... I can't even think what the thing's called, the heart thingy-majigger. Are they a bit like... whatever the hell those called. I'm forgetting the names of everything now. Whatever the hell those are, geodes, and the materials you get from geodes, which are locational and you can't move. The resin farms like that, they have to be built in specific locations. Shows you how much I have done with pale oak. Creaking hearts, that's it. Yeah, you can move and craft them. Okay, cool. So you can build the farm wherever you want. Amethyst shards, that's what I'm thinking of. You obviously need a geode, you can't move them. Yeah, we'll crack through these two shulkers. That'll be a really good place to take a break. Yours is right outside your base. Ah, cool. Yeah, I'd need to have a look at farm designs and stuff like that for them. Like I say, it's not a material I, at the moment, need any of. So glad I put the speed beacons down. I'm going to regret it a little bit when it comes to taking them down. It'd have probably been better if I used gold. Certainly quicker. Damn, we're cranking through that. That was weird. That was odd. No. I mean, my ping's fine. The MSPT's fine. The TPS is fine. So I have no idea what caused that. Maybe a momentary change. Oh yes, we had that little bit of cobblestone for which I do not have cobblestone. So if you don't place cobblestone at that last row, the top row will look a little bit different. So So we will need to go and get a little bit of cobblestone just for that last little bit. Although actually now I'm thinking about it, let's just use stone. Actually no, that won't make too much difference. Don't have mining beacons. So we'll be okay where the Abfielder logo map is. That will give us the kind of the contrast we need on the line. But without the cobblestone, the other parts will look a little bit different, like a little bit weird. Let's eat. Ooh, we are not far off now with the top of the map. Then we're going to have lots of empty shulkers. We can gift them to human eater who has taken these empty shulkers. Cool, so we are now above the letters. We've got about 4 rows to do, I reckon. So, I mean, each row is what? 300 and something blocks? Do I create a... To me, a bit of a pain to get to. Yeah, I am over here. Let me just put that back on auto. That's the nether portal. And you're welcome to, when you come out when you come out the portal, head for the red Abfielder logo. And you're welcome to help yourself to the empty shulkers that are in the chest. How are we doing on that? Yeah, there'll be 2 more shortly as well. This is going to look pretty cool in the base, I think. Jeez, Harris Heller has a lot of music on Pretzel Rocks. No worries. There we go. Yes, each row is probably going to use about 6 stacks of light blue concrete, I reckon. You can get to this map. Oh yeah, no, the map art area is on the ceiling. So then, yeah, the map. If you go onto the ceiling, that'll be the quickest way. Most of my portal's on the ice roads, but the map art one's not on the ice roads. It's on the ceiling. It actually makes life easier than trying to describe how to get through the ice tunnels. Which is like south, then east, then south. Yeah, that one's a bit crazier, the Easter Island head one. Because it's a proper picture, it's better if you do the staircase in, whereas this one's fine being flat. I don't reckon we're going to have enough light blue concrete in my inventory to finish this top little section. So we'll run out and I'll take a short 5-minute break just to go and get a fresh cup of tea. Yeah, there's definitely not going to be enough in my inventory to finish this rope. No biggie. It's not a problem. I learned how to make a great cup of mango iced tea. Not something I have ever tried. I mean, my tea right now tastes like iced tea because it's gone cold. I've never really got on with iced teas. Maybe I should try more flavors. Cool. Oh, someone slept. Right. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to put those 2 empties into the chest. Just temporarily take those 2 out. Maps and iron in. In fact, I can empty those. I don't need them. He says I have got an empty in there, which will be good for the iron. And then I can empty those. How are we looking on? Cool, so that one's actually looking pretty cool. And I assume that... Oh, that's the far end, that one. Oh, that's so cool when that sort of goes in like that. Awesome. I mean, obviously we got to take down the pyramids. But that's looking pretty cool. There we go. Put in that hand. See it a bit better. That's pretty cool. I think H. There we go. H turns that off. We're getting there. Right. Gonna just quickly log off the server because this is not a safe place. I am gonna go get a quick cup of tea. We have a few people watching on Twitch and on YouTube, so I will be back in 5 minutes. Will the kettle let the tea brew for an acceptable amount of time? And I know I have a... Be right back. There we go. Thank you. I was on mute talking to myself. Right, so we got to here on here. Cool, I was just saying, so the wall carpet on that map is technically one layer above, so I'm a little bit worried that might cause a slight problem with this map. If it does, then all we can do is just remove that layer, which isn't a problem, we can do that. The map is locked. So we'll have a good look when we do it. Why is your view bobbing? What do you mean? Probably because I'm running up and down. Is that not normal? The nether herb is very cool. So is there a bobbing? You bobbing? Is that why? That'll be why. Because bobbing was enabled. I don't get motion sick, so never really noticed it, if I'm being honest. That's a lie, actually. I do get motion sickness. I don't get motion sickness from playing computer games on a flat screen. Virtual reality. No. That's a different subject. I suppose it's probably slightly nicer as a stream so that it's not bobbing, so we'll leave it turned off. What should we have that to do? Oops. Yeah, Minecraft with shaders is pretty cool. You get motion sickness in game but not in real life. Strange. Yep, that's very strange. I used to get it a lot more as a kid. I used to get motion sickness, not so much as an adult. Put me on a ferry on some choppy water and I'll definitely still get motion sickness, but nothing too bad these days. Like I say, VR can do it, but depends on the game. Like when I was doing some sim racing in virtual reality, it wasn't really an issue. It used to get hot. Cool, get the bottom right hand corner of this map filled in and then it's onto the yellow and then we are done. Might run past the normal time that I streamed to get this finished, but we'll see how we crack on. There's still quite a lot to do. We might have to finish this another night. Be nice to get it done today, but I also like sleeping, so sip of tea. There we go. Yeah, I keep thinking about streaming sim racing, but I need to do a few more videos of that, try and build the channel. It's just never enough time for everything that I want to do. So that was the nether waypoint. So that was the portal on the nether ceiling to get you to the map art area. Should have said on there that... Oh, I haven't got it now. But that, yeah, that was the... So if you went to those coordinates in the overworld, there would have been nothing there. Probably someone else's base. Because I'm about 13,000 by 10,000 out in the overworld. The nether. What did I give you then? Map art. There should definitely be a portal there. Let me share it again. Let me just... Yeah, it looks about right. There should be a portal on the nether ceiling there. When you get there, let me know. I'll come through. If you... See if we can figure out where you are. Ah, yeah, as I say, I wondered if, because we're in the overworld, if it'd done something a bit weird. Awesome. I think because I'm sharing it from the overworld, it's probably getting a bit confused. That was weird. Skip that block for some reason. Oops. Ah, very lo-fi music. I'm hoping to do an F4 race tomorrow in iRacing. Just struggling a little bit getting the car turned in. Getting it over-rotating the rear, going round. Oh, itchy nose. I would far rather have, you know, copyrighted music on. But instead of finding a way to commercialize copyrighted music on streaming, they just block it. Which is mental. Wonder why when I do that light blue concrete doesn't go into the hotbar till last. I mean, that's going to be an IPN thing. It's going to have a problem. Don't give me the... I don't want the squid head. Got enough of those. There's a little bit. I have done a little bit of the light blue. The other side, I can see it there, but there's still quite a lot to go. Excellent. And then we need to break some of those iron blocks where I've had to pillar up as well. And need to eat. And in real life, take a sip of my cup of tea. This is Yorkshire. Oh, I can see it flying around the map. The shulkers, if you're looking for them, are to the west, southwest corner. Towards the sun. Oh, where I'm going to be flying now. With 2 more empty shulkers. And there we go. May as well have another sip of tea. Very pretty map art. The Easter Island one's cool. And the other two are just, yeah, I mean, you've got 18, 19, 20 free shulkers there. Oops. In the chest. Oh, nice. What gives you the... Oops, what gives you the white? White trim. Is that iron? Oh, just take them all. I got thousands of other things. Take the lot. Yeah, is that iron for the white trim? It looks quite cool. I think I've gone for, I think mine's resin. White is iron, cool. I always forget what materials you can use, but white looks quite cool against the netherite. No worries. I AFK'd my shulker shell farm overnight a couple of nights this week, so I'm good for a while. In fact, I might try it tonight, because I did have this is one of the reasons I upgraded to 1.21.8. Hopefully it gets rid of that out of memory bug that it was getting. Yes. Quite like the red, but it's a bit more subtle with netherite. I think I've got like 3 sets of armor, netherite armor. I think I've got some with redstone with red trim, and some with the emerald green trim as well. I feel like I got blue as well. Basically, every time I start again, I go for a different color and different trim. Did we do, like, I don't even know. Okay, so it is actually, yeah, probably less than I realised of this to go before we crack on with the yellow. Yeah, it'd be so nice to get this finished. Not too much to do now. Oops. There we go. Yeah, it's gonna be quite. It's gonna take a good few minutes to get rid of those. The Moai is good. I over at my cave base have an absolutely gigantic Moai statue. Moai. Anyway. Yeah, no, there is an absolutely giant Easter Island head over by my cave base. How often does the server get new players? We get at least 1 or 2 applications a day, I think, at the moment. What's rarer is getting a new player that actually sticks around. Because lots of people think they want to play vanilla Minecraft in the almost in the Hermitcraft style, but actually doing that and staying interested, a lot of people struggle with. So what you tend to see is a small group of hardcore players. So Druid's been on this server and Strangecraft for ages. Mavros, who's in here, he comes and goes. I'm saying he, could be wrong on that. But then you'll see the likes of Crazy, myself, Bonehead, Plasma plays a lot. Steve seems to be having a little bit of a break. And there we go. Let's get rid of those iron blocks. Wait, your rock thingy through it, that's your perimeter with the floating island. That is such a cool build. Love that build. Definitely up there as one of the best builds on the Abcraft server. Ooh, the end is in sight for the light blue concrete. Yeah, he's been on an awful lot. I think pretty sure it was him who was in the stream early. He popped in. He hasn't actually been on the server for a couple of weeks. Probably quite a long break for him. He has a bit of an addiction to his computer, so sometimes he has a break. An enforced break. Ooh, the end is so close for the light blue. Jeez, nearly half a stack of golden carrots just doing this. Okay, let's just level that up. There we go. How are we doing in terms of... This might even be... We might even have enough light blue concrete. Maybe. To do these last few rows. Probably not though. Probably going to need one more shulker. Let's eat. And it's going very, very dark with rain again. One day we will go back and do some more work on Atlantis. So we've got a few people in here. I've got an Atlantis base, so Stargate Atlantis. It's huge, 650 by 650-ish. All drained now. Needs a lot of work. Right, I don't think there will be quite enough in there to do this. We shall see. It's going to be close. And then it's on to the yellow. Oh, you know what? Forgot about the blue in there. So we definitely don't have enough. We will go and get 2 more shulkers. And do the blue inside the circle, which I've completely forgot about. How are we doing? 20 to 10. Won't hurt to go a little bit later. Yeah, we haven't done that bit. I haven't done the inner, and that is actually a decent size. Let's crack those 2 in there, and that. And let's get 2 of those. Those are our last 2. Ouch. Let's see if we can land on there. We can. Right, let's start at the bottom. There we go. Excellent, and let's work our way up and round. Yeah, kind of forgot about that bit. Ooh, down to 3 people online. Starting to get probably a little bit late over in Europe. Getting on for 10 PM in the UK. 10 tend to end my streams about 10 o'clock, but like I say, I was hoping to get this finished. It's starting to get dark. Might even need more food. Yeah, let's sleep. Oh no, someone's sleeping for us. Thank you very much. You one of you two that's in the stream, so thank you. Makes my life easier when working on this. Excellent. Yeah, so we should probably get into that one, I think. Yeah, we're not going to finish this tonight, I don't think. There's so much left to do. I think aim to finish about 10. Oops. Oops, there we go. Should get a bit easier after this though, at least we haven't got to work our way around bits that aren't filled in. Nice. Do this and then we'll go back up and do the top. Missed a log, there we go. How we doing? Yeah, we're working our way through that light blue. Oops. Just finished another diamond set. Awesome. Next up, he'll be making them all into netherite. I wish that camera would stop cutting off like it is. The autofocus has just gone terrible. Still, all it's doing is cutting off my top of my bald head, so not too bad. Okay. There we go. Nearly finished the bottom. Excellent. Now do the top. May as well eat. It's almost like when I look down that it's struggling. Maybe tracking the eyes, not sure. No, I was joking. I was joking. You'd have to blow the nether up more than we already have. And we have done some serious nether destruction. Some more than others, eh, Fruid? You and Carnage have probably destroyed more of the nether than anyone else. Excellent. We do get into that last box. So I have calculated that correctly. And there we go. We now put that away. That is the light blue concrete done. kind of wondering, do I have any... I mean, those must have been the last 2 empty maps. Let's go get some item frames. Yeah, no, it's... Do I not have any item frames over here? Grab another empty map to do the middle one. And we'll just go and get a couple of item frames. And some more rockets while we're at it. And some more food. Just everything. Oh yeah, I can quickly show you the Moai statue. Since we're flying that way anyway. Might even have item frames in the old base. So this is my old cave base, which is literally in the biggest cave I have seen on Minecraft. This isn't the full out base, but up here, he says, there we go. Here we have a very large, very cool Moai statue. Interestingly, that grass has never grown. It must be just slightly too dark under there to grow. Yeah, could do with a little bit of greenery. There's nothing in the rock. There is something in the rock. Hang on. I think you'll appreciate what's inside the statue. It's... Oh, there we go. Look. Plenty in the rock. Right. What did I come over here for? Item frames. Cool. And while we're over here, we got any you built that statue from my website? Awesome. I created that one myself, so I built it off so got a model off Thingiverse and turned that into a schematic basically, and then used World Edit to rough it up a bit. Oh yeah, I was gonna get some rockets and some food. I have both in my shulker. Be fine. Right, let's get back to the map art area. Yeah, so if you go to Thingiverse STL files, and then it's something like Blockizer or Voxelizer, I think. You can then create a schematic. You can change the scale and things like that. That'll create a scheme or a schematic, which you can then what's it called? It's not too bad if you got a moss farm. Right, so that's all cool. And if we get some rockets and we tell Alexa to turn the lights back on. Alexa, turn the lights on. Thank you. And we go back that way to the map art. Right. No, don't tell her, she will. Right, okay. So, all I was going to do here, just so we can see the progress. Right, which one have I got? So that's the left-hand one. That's going to be the middle. Assume when we get in the middle here, excellent. Okay, good. Oh yeah, no, maybe get that last one done. There we go. Okay, cool. So we can have a look at what this is starting to look like. Oh, come on. As if I'm going to fall for that. I'd need to be a little bit more distracted to fall for that. Yeah, okay, so you see there. Oh, you know what? That might sort itself. I have no idea what's going on in the top corner. Oh, come back. I don't know what's going on in the very top corner. That's almost like... I mean, I think it still thinks it's ocean. Okay, well... Yeah, so that carpet is one layer above. So we might just need to bin that carpet off. Have you recently started streaming on YouTube? I used to... It's probably been at least 6 to 12 months since I've streamed on YouTube. What I have started doing now is dual streaming on Twitch and on YouTube at the same time. So this is only my second, probably only my second YouTube stream this year. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's grab you. Should have enough for all of these. Right, we are definitely not going to get this finished. Right, let's go up and do the letters, I think. Might be able to get the letters done. And then we do the other bit on maybe Monday or Tuesday. Maybe even tomorrow. Depending on what I'm doing. Yeah, these letters aren't going to take too long, but the big bit is that bit at the bottom. We'll see how I'm cracking on. Gonna look good when it's done, and we'll have it, you know, all over the base. Even outside the base. What's your streaming schedule like? First, erratic. Very erratic. This is like my second stream of the year. I used to stream quite regularly on Monday evenings, then I got very much out of the habit. And then I've done one on Tuesday. If you're already multi-streaming, I'd recommend adding YouTube vertical streams. Interesting. Thank you very much for that tip. I didn't know that was a thing. I will take a look in. I love that when you get a random tip for something that you had no idea about. That's awesome. I literally didn't know YouTube did vertical streaming, like, because I was thinking about doing TikTok. So yeah, no, I will check that out. That's really cool. Thank you very much for that tip. I don't have prizes to give out, but you get a gold star for that tip. But yeah, I need to look at how I'm going to do that. I'll figure it out. So I'm using some software to dual stream called Restream, so I'm hoping that already has it in. Vertical views are pretty wild sometimes. Cool. So I mean, when I utilize, because I obviously have the abfielder.com website, which is where most people would know me from, and at times I've embedded the Twitch stream on the website, and that kind of fudges the Twitch figures, so you end up on the front page with like several hundred viewers, not necessarily all watching. Now time to buy a ton of enchanted books. I assume you mean off villagers. We obviously have the trading halls in the starter area if you haven't already got your own, which has basically all the books, all the villagers you'll need. Oops. Yeah. How many can you buy at a time? Is it 12 books? Yeah, it's 12, isn't it? I think it's 12. Guess they'll then restock, so I guess 24 a day. 36 on the first day, and then 24 on every subsequent day. Lots of emeralds, fortunately. Oh, we're getting there. Yeah, we'll get the letters done. And then that'll be me streaming for over a couple of hours, so I think that'll be a good time to end it when the letters are done. Update the map. Yeah, fortunately we can take that off. So if you are not Stargate fans, that is the that's like the Stargate symbol for Earth. There's something over here I didn't like. I feel like it was on the L as well. Yeah. One missing yellow lock, which is fine. We can add that. Ooh, we are out of... Make sure we pick that up. Do not want to have to dupe more yellow concrete. Oh, place it. So we've nearly done the letter, or the first word. That looks a bit weird. That's because of Light Matica doing the verification. SG1, Chuk. Teal'c is the best. O'Neill fan myself. Always love O'Neill's sarcasm. To be honest, I enjoyed Stargate Atlantis. Would I rate Rodney? I always liked Rodney in Stargate Atlantis. I always thought he was superb. Cheek was good, don't get me wrong. Got the hyphen over here to do. Yes, I kind of do. So essentially you'll have two bookmarks by default. If you hover over, one's global, one's local. So you'll probably want to set the global. So next to the trade that you want, which I think is like Stargate Universe, they made 2 series. It was good. Sort of. We'll get back to that. So yeah, there's 2 colors. So on IPN there are 2 colors. One's local, one's global. You can turn more on in the menu, but you should only need the one, probably. So I would probably on the global one. Tick the ones you want, essentially. So sort of hover over the trade that you want and then click on the color that you want. The global one. And then it's just using T to do the trade. I have done a video on it. If there are specifically on the villager trading, that's probably explains it far better than I'm doing on here. Yeah, Stargate Universe had 2 seasons. It was really good. But it was very slow getting started, so they kind of, if you weren't a hardcore Stargate fan, I think a lot of people got bored of it. And by the time it got into a good flow and was getting good, it had already been cancelled. It had Robert Carlyle in, who was superb. What time is it? Oh, it's 10 o'clock and I really want to finish this. We're going to keep going. We are going to keep going because I'm already cracking through this. We are going to finish this. I do not want to do this on a 3rd stream. See, that might be better with blue there, but it's not the end of the world. I don't think it's going to matter too much at the end of the day. Yeah, it was, like I say, it was just a little bit slow getting going, and that kind of ruined it. Which was a real shame. Excellent. So that is the letters done. Yeah, we're going to crack on. We're going to crack on because this is not going to take altogether too much longer. He says. Nah, it's not going to take too much longer. Let's get this finished. You got 20 bucks from one restock. Okay. I was thinking it's 12 per restock, and then they'll restock twice per day. So 12, then they'll restock, so you'll get another 12. And then they should restock again, I think. So you should be able to get 24 a day easy. Yep, I use OBS, so... Item. Is that the Harris Heller stuff that he's been doing recently? I know he was talking about vertical streaming software, but obviously with me not streaming a lot, but it sounds like it would be good to do. I'm definitely going to have a look into doing it. So that's... right, I need to sleep, otherwise we're going to get killed. Hello. We'll get this done so quick. We'll get this done by 10:30. I can be in bed nice and early as usual. Ooh. Mobs, what did we get? Just zombies. Thought there was a couple of witches under there. There wasn't. Ooh. Get rid of you. Feel like this is the best way of doing it. Not sure there's a best way, but there we go. And then we'll level this off. There we go, to there. And then we'll go out and do this part of the logo. It would help if I didn't keep missing blocks. Keep forgetting that I can actually walk on the blue. There we go. That makes it a bit easier. I love turning my... Yeah, occasionally it's quite nice. Like when you've been doing... yeah, no worries on those shulkers. Like say I've got a ridiculous amount of them. The shulker shop in the shopping district is mine. So I have a very old school two-dimensional shulker farm. Shulker shell farm. Yeah, occasionally like when you're doing builds like this, I completely and utterly agree. That is kind of nice. Yeah, I do a lot of my building in creative because I struggle to build on the fly in survival. So I have some building skills, but it's limited to doing in creative and then just using Light Massacre to rebuild in survival. This was quite a cool one because this is a 3-wide map, figuring out how to split this into 3 separate maps. I've not done that before. So I used slicing in Photoshop to do this. Then I had to figure out where the hell the tools were in Photoshop because everyone was like, they're in the crop menu. But they're not there by default, which no one tells you. How are we doing for time? Yeah, we're cracking through this. Rate or not. Yeah, I cannot get out of my head that I can walk on the blue. Feels like that's ocean and I'm going to fall off. Photoshop is so not user friendly. I don't use it a lot either. Like obviously for my YouTube videos I use Premiere a lot, which is not too bad. I don't do anything super fancy in Premiere. So I always forget what I'm doing in Photoshop. Oh, Mavros is back. Welcome back, Mavros. What are we doing in terms of... Yeah, I mean, considering I've barely streamed in 2 years, it's okay. This is gonna look so cool in the base. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn my brain back on after this. The next build, I think, is gonna be the bone meal farm. And that's my plan. So that's gonna be a little bit more complex because there is no way I'm mining 30 odd layers of deep slate for that. So we're gonna kind of mine kind of a perimeter type thing, flood it, then use a duper, TNT 3D duper, to mine out the area. Walls connect glass. Yes, they do. So we get a nice perfect hole that we can build the bone meal farm in. And then obviously have the fallout base above it. Which we will go back to the fallout base to put the first copy of this map somewhere. Excellent. So we have now basically done at least half of this map. Well, half of the yellow. Nearly half. Oh, yeah, middle section. Forgot about the middle section. Oh, it's getting dark and now I'm getting flying insects in here. So we know we're getting close because those... If I should have counted these correctly. Ender chest just stuffed. Yeah. Awesome. I'm just yapping, but are you worried about showing YouTube and Twitch chat? So I don't really care about my Twitch channel all that much, if I'm being honest. I know it's forbidden. I don't know how hard they'd crack down on it. Probably just tell me not to do it again. YouTube, I don't think YouTube cares, but Twitch is very like, well, you can have chat from TikTok and Twitch together, but not YouTube. Like, it's so ridiculous. Yeah, worst case, they ban my channel on Twitch. Because I don't stream that often, like, it's not like if I was making lots of money on Twitch or whatever, then I'd probably feel a bit different, but I've never really done, like, I watch a lot of Twitch streamers and it's all about the subs and things like that, whereas I just stream for fun. Don't really care about I don't like milking viewers for money. It's not my kind of thing. I'd rather make the money from the advertising on YouTube and advertising on my website, but I'm much more keen on doing that than trying to rinse people. TikTok is quite ridiculous too. Apparently, they deliberately put your account on less feeds if you mention Twitch on their live stream. Yeah, I always wonder how true those things are. I see people who post Instagram videos not mentioning about their YouTube channels because they're worried about the algorithm. But I don't think they're that good. I could be wrong. I think TikTok YouTube, Twitch all care about one thing and one thing only, and that is people who bring people to their platform. So I think if you're a popular streamer with lots of viewers and you mention Twitch, I don't think, you know, say you're on TikTok and you mention Twitch, I don't think TikTok will care. If you're bringing in loads of viewers to TikTok, they're not going to care. I'd be very surprised. I say very surprised. I would be surprised, but also not. It is absolutely believable that these companies would be that petty, but yeah, it benefits nobody. Like, just make your platform the best, which is always harder, easier said than done, and people will use you. That simple. I'm scared of streaming on TikTok. Yeah, it's not something I've ever done. So it'd be very interesting to see what that. And I've done the odd video on TikTok, but nothing major. Again, yeah, it benefits no one. It doesn't even benefit the you know, like having YouTube chat on Twitch doesn't hurt Twitch in any way, shape, or form. Like, if you like Twitch as a platform, seeing the YouTube chat on there doesn't mean you're going to go to YouTube. Like, Twitch is still the better streaming platform. How's it going, Crazy? Long time no see. Good to see you here. We're going on a little bit later on this one because I am determined to finish this. I don't want to do a third stream doing the Vault. Doing the Vault Tech map. We're getting there. We're just doing the yellow now, and then we're done. The only thing we're not sure about. Yeah, no, that is 100%. Yeah, we are 100% going to have to remove the black carpet temporarily. Been doing good, been working on the house, so not been on. I'm never quite sure if you're not on or if we're just not seeing each other based on the hours. But I have been on fairly early-ish, not super early. So I figured you probably haven't been on. Twitch will basically always be the best streaming platform on YouTube. Yeah, I feel like at some point, because I don't know if Twitch are even running at a profit yet. So I feel like at some point, I mean, I'm always surprised YouTube hasn't done better with streaming, but then I just don't think it's that profitable. So I don't think YouTube overly cares about it. Twitch is still a loss. I thought it would be. Because it's just not... You can't really flood it with adverts in the same way that you can do with YouTube. So I don't really... It is a very difficult thing to make profitable. Because it's a huge expense doing video streaming. Like, there is just no getting around that is a crazy amount of bandwidth. And processing and all that. Yeah. Yeah, I genuinely don't know. I mean, they've got to do really good. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Absolutely right why it's so much better on YouTube. Yeah, I genuinely don't know how you make it I think, like I say, they've got to have a much better clipping platform. I never go back and clip my videos, whereas if they had... Where's my phone vibrating? Oh. Telling me to wind down for bedtime. it hasn't got with the program that I'm having a later night tonight. Oh, we are going to get this done. Glad we're finishing this. Like I say, next time, that means we can start to crack on with the bone meal farm. The excessively large bone meal farm, because the Lightmatic was labelled up as 4 layers and it's definitely 5. How are we doing? Yeah, so I mean, we should get into that last shortcut. We may as well do this so that we don't end up... Oops. Cool, this is nearly then the outer circle done. And it's just the inner one to go. And jobs are go. Actually, we need to go to that carpet and we need to do the 1 layer of cobblestone. Yeah, see, that would have been better as blue, I think. Yeah. We're going to get the blue concrete as well and fix things like that. I think actually that's probably the only thing we need to fix. Just because you get a little bit of dithering. I've been staying up late now. Late, quite a bit less now. Awesome. Good for your health. Good for your fitness, your physical fitness. Good for your mental health as well. Getting out, getting a bit of fresh air. I try and walk. I don't walk every day. You think you're going to be streaming more often? It's something I'm trying to do. I've never been that keen a streamer. It's sort of, and I used to, I think, plan a bit too much and then be like, oh, I've got to always do really interesting things on stream. So then off camera, I'd spend like 8 hours digging the hole ready for a 2-hour stream. That's just too much work. I can't do that. I've got a full-time job. I run my website. I run my YouTube channel. So just trying to balance everything. Yeah, so streaming's more for the social, I think, really. Although saying that, I've been going out a lot more often with my friends again. I've finally kind of got out of my... It sounds weird because COVID was like 3 years ago, but I got into a horrible funk. Yeah, YouTube... I really need to get back into making YouTube videos more regularly because I barely do those at the moment. The website was the thing, and the website's still the growth market. But I do like streaming and catching up with people. That indeed it was crazy, but that tied back into streaming used to be decent for the server, whereas the website's probably that. Mazula, I do the planning, I make sure my inventory clean. Yeah. It's I think for me, streaming regularly, it's okay having ideas and planning stuff, but then actually even if it's a little bit like this where it's a bit repetitive, just do it on stream anyway. I think it's more about the chilling and the chatting than the Minecraft. And then, yeah, there will be, like, we'll be doing the bone meal. Which is a really good advert for how little trouble we have on the server, I think. Just people don't move things. I mean, I suppose it's fair that the mods don't, none of the mods, there's no reason for us to go to that trading hall all that often. We've all got our own bases. I wonder if it does that occasionally. Must be just a little bit of lag. Oh, we've still got to take down the beacons as well. Right, we'll get the one piece of blue concrete before we forget and fix that little bit of the circle because that's the one bit that will annoy me. So we'll grab that one. Fill you back up. Need one bit of light blue. Excellent. Put that back and put all those in. We want to take the cobblestone. Yep, cool. So we got that one bit of the circle. Yeah, I think that's going to be better as blue. That's okay, we already did that one correctly. Right, and then over here... yeah, this bit we need to fill in. Otherwise you get a slightly different colour. 20% Minecraft 8, yeah, I think so, and I need to get that in my head. I think when I did streaming before, I was more thinking, oh, it's 80% Minecraft, it's 20% vibing. But actually, I think you are right, it's the other way around. Right, so because this bit up here, doesn't matter, like I say, this map is locked, so we can just take this down. Turn that off, because I don't want to break the blocks. Yeah, like, we got loads of copies of this map. We'll keep the carpet anyway, so it's not like I don't have a all-colour carpet duper in my cave base anyway. Yeah, it's one layer above, so it's creating a weird shadow at the top. I didn't really think about it. But like I say, the map's locked anyway. So, just get rid of the carpet. I can always put it back if I need to at some point temporarily. Once you've got this one and it's locked, it's not really a problem. I mean, we should end up with... yeah, that means we've collected it all. Right, okay, so then we now need to get rid of these speed beacons. And this is where I regret using iron, because I didn't have enough gold. I actually probably had enough gold, I was probably just too lazy to go and check. Right, let's go to you, let's go to you. Let's grab a shulker, because this is going to be a lot. Let's not talk about that. But... I think the blue would have looked okay, the dark blue. I don't really know. Yeah, diagonals, yeah. It's not the end of the world, 'cause like I say, they're locked, so... but it is a bit of a lesson. Okay, this isn't going to take too long, actually. How's it going anyway, Carnage? Yeah, so we had over here, you can just about see the one thing. So we had, that is technically a layer above that, so it created a really annoying thing. If you wanted to, you could just take speed 2 potions with you. I always forget about potions. They would have worked 8 minutes. Would have been a lot of potions and a lot of going back and forth. I genuinely don't know what it would have been. I think beacons probably wins on this. That is a lot of mobs. I don't really need the iron back, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Hello, Mr. Zombies. It's a tricky one because it would have been a lot of potions. Oh, someone sleep? Someone slept. Where's my sword? Oh, I didn't want the... I'm trying to avoid that. I'm collecting the beacon. I don't even need the beacon. It's not even a problem if I lose the beacons. It'd make everyone feel better if I collect the iron. Shall I collect the iron? Fine, I'll collect the iron. There you go. I'm not collecting the... I'm not picking up the flesh. It can go back into the iron farm storage. Right, Pretzel Rocks is basically just Harris Heller music. I'm sure I'll find a use for all this iron. Oh, honestly, if YouTube Pretzel Rocks, I mean, I've got YouTube safe ticked, but the number of this section of your stream has been muted because of copyright. It's super annoying. I've complained to them about it. Yes, I have had a happy guest. I think like the use for it is rather limited once you've got an elytra. We were playing without elytras for a few months. We did a Wild West village project where we all went off. Kind of looks like the Ukraine flag from certain angles when you're doing this. Yeah, I feel like there's limited usage. They look cool. They are so slight. Yeah, I think that's the problem. Just, I mean, they tried to nerf the elytra at one point, didn't they? Which I suppose is to help with those things. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of talk about how problematic YouTube's copyright system is. Which thankfully I haven't had too many problems with, but yeah, all sorts of problems. This is a lot of beacons. How are we doing in terms of time? Getting on a little bit, but not too bad. It's a weekend, I can have a nice lie-in tomorrow. I feel like I actually already tried that and people were still like, your head's shiny, so I was like, oh sorry, I ain't doing it, it's too much effort. Plus, if I got a girlfriend, I didn't want an awkward question of like, why have you got makeup in your drawer? And then the even more awkward answer of, oh, it's mine. Proper lighting, that's never gonna happen. Yeah, no, I tried it and everyone was, oh, your head's still shiny, and I was like, oh, it's just not worth the hassle. So I'll just keep my bald, shiny head. Makes for a nice talking point in streams, to be honest. I feel like, I mean, it is still pretty bad. Because I've now have the key light, the lighting is slightly better. Alexa, turn off the lights. See, that's better. That's nowhere near as bad. But then obviously my eyesight's not the best. Alexa, turn on the lights. So I kind of like a bright room for that very reason, which is kind of at odds with good lighting. Sam the Lynch, I'm good, thanks. How are you? We are nearly done on this map. We've done... Alright, we've got 4 more beacons to take down. I did a little bit of drama at school, but we didn't really cover lighting. One day, my eyes will be operated on and lighting will be less of an issue. Because it's a 3x1 map art, so I wanted speed beacons to make running around far quicker. And we were just discussing the merits of potions versus beacons. There was a huge amount of running to do this map art. So I'm confident that they have saved time, but taking them down is slow going. Like, taking them down is taking as long as taking the map down, but I mean, that's like 300 and something blocks, isn't it? It's 128 per map art TNT. TNT without exploding the map, though. We're getting there. It's nearly there. We're not far off now. 3 to go after this one. It was 8 total. It's nice to see people in. We had no, we didn't have Boundhead. Boundhead's on his holidays. We had Papa in earlier. Concrete has such a low blast rating. I mean, I could just put water under it, but anyway. We'll get there. We'll do it manually. Won't kill us. I really don't need this iron. You're going to be back on the server soon, Carnage? We got Papa coming back. You never know, we might have Catch because the summer holidays should be starting soon if they haven't already. Must be a perimeter you need to make that you haven't made for a while. Oops. Did I pick that up? I did. Why did I stop then? That was weird. Oh yeah, okay. You can obviously get my... I've linked it with the Discord with the Me6 bot. If you do the version, it will give you my mod pack, so that'll get you most of the ones you use, I would imagine. I've got a ridiculous bone meal farm to build after this. And at some point I've really got to go back and start working on Atlantis again. I did a little bit of block placing there before we did the Wild West event. And then we did the Wild West event. And then before you know it, it'll be Christmas and we'll be doing the Oasis Las Vegas desert event. Alright, 2 more after this. What time is it? Alright, that's actually not going to be too bad at timing. I've been streaming now for 2 hours 40 minutes. This will be my longest stream in a long while. I've got to figure out a way to embed it into the website going forward. We've obviously now got the yeah, this is Stargate Atlanta. We'll go there because we're on the nether roof. It's a bit on the it's huge. I wouldn't have done it, but since this server never resets, it means, because I knew I'd burn out and get bored of doing it. I tried it once before. but it was on a server that reset that we all used to play on. Right, we need to sleep. So we shall sleep. And then we'll take down these last 2 beacons. 2 beacons to go. And then we can place this. We can go and have a very quick look at Stargate Atlantis. And then we can go back to the Fallout base and put the first copy of this map up. Yeah, I wish I'd have done gold for this. Wasn't sure how much gold I had at my gold farm. So I was like, I'll just use iron. I knew I was going to regret iron. Even when I was placing them. I'm sure I mentioned it when I was doing the stream. I love a good Stargate rewatch. I think I need to watch the 2nd season. I've watched most of season 1 of Stargate Universe recently. I need to watch the 2nd season, but then I'll just get angry again that it got cancelled. Have I watched The Expanse? Yes, I did. I watched it all, although it was a while back. I keep thinking it's based on books, isn't it? I don't think I've read the books. I was like, I might read the books at some point. It's good. It's good. I enjoyed that. Pick up all this iron. Right, last beacon, and then we can finally get the map. They never finished the show, did they not? I mean, I don't really remember what happened when it got cancelled. Because it was like cancelled quite early on, wasn't it? We need a Stargate reboot. Like Amazon now own the rights to Stargate. They brought MGM, which was the Stargate owners, and there was rumours they were going to do it, and then it all went quiet again. But I absolutely agree. Like there is such a good there's so much they can do with that. I mean, they've left it too late now to reboot the universe because, like, everyone's ancient now. I mean, Eli, the guy who plays Eli, is not fat anymore either. After Stargate Universe, he got into shape. Hannibal on Amazon or Netflix. Not available in the UK though. Interesting. I have other means of watching programs. So I can check that out. I wonder why it's not available in the UK. That feels weird. Is it on Sky or something? Right, nearly there. Yay, okay. The OG Stargate. It was okay. But the TV series was so much better. Right, okay, cool. We have now done that. So let's go get our map and update it. That can just go in there for now. I do want my bed though. Very frustrating not having a bed. Oops. Did I get that? I did. Right, okay. Okay, that feels pretty updated. Awesome, let's check that out. Graphite Taco, how's it going? And let's check this out. Yay! Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Looks pretty cool. Nothing mental on that before we lock it. Nothing that I can see that's really going to bug me. Cool. Chuk, don't know. It was in... What was the movie I saw him in? It was like Batman Begins or something. He was in one of the Batmans. Might have been Batman Forever. Duke was in there. Yeah, rebooting the Naked Gun. If they can do that, they can... Okay. Right. You're going to take this, and this. Right. So we want to lock... Oops. Excellent. We're just going to make one copy for now. That's locked. So then lock that one. Oops. Right, okay, cool. And then we're going to make a duplicate. You know what? Let's make a couple. There we go. Cool. And let's put those back in case we ever want them. Right, cool. The long walk is coming out. Okay. Lots of stuff coming out I had no idea about. Right, we'll go very quickly via Stargate Atlantis. As soon as we've been talking about it. Be rude not to. I've been rebuilding my my waypoints. Oh, there we go. Cool. So you can actually see what it looks like on the map as we've been building it. Like, I know that's not the symbol for Atlantis, but, you know, forgive me. Isn't that looking cool? So it's a little bit further on than when we took that one, because that's when it was at the bottom. I am just going to create a waypoint while I'm here. And we're going to change that to red. Perfect. So I probably haven't loaded this up with Bobby. I'm just gonna have to fly around and load up a load of the chunks, and then we can take a look at the whole thing once I've done that. So again, if you were here early when I was talking about it, this was... So I took a... It rose with about 6 weeks of draining. I've had help from people on the server. I've done huge amounts of this myself. Crazy User in the chat helped. Carnage helped, I think, as well in the early days when we were flattening this area. Been that long ago since we did it, I actually can't remember. Right, have I actually flown all the way around now? I think I have. Like, these aren't actually where I'm going to be placing the buildings. This is from the model. Right, so I think we've flown all the way around. So if I now go up to the puddle jumper and put my view distance up a bit. Yeah, I was going to say I haven't got any shaders, so... Load! There we go. Cool. Oops. So, yeah, that gives you an idea of the scale. That's pretty cool. Jeez, no wonder I get bored of this. No wonder I get burnt out. So yeah, still a lot of work to do on that. We'll get that. Right, okay. Let's go put this map into the Fallout base, and then that is a great place to end the stream. Right, cool. So that should... Okay. Have I messed that up? Yeah, I need to change that slightly. Change the view distance of my waypoints. I've got slightly wrong, really, on that. Whilst we're in here, pretty sure I've got... Does this make you one of the ancients? Yes, it does. And I have been part of the portal building. Oops, I've been pressing the wrong button there. Portal building on the server as well. So, right, dyes. Yeah, grab a stack of those just in case. And do we have many glow frames over here? We'll grab 3 for now. And then it's time to go to the Fallout base. Yeah, that's like the last map art I probably did was my logo. I really need to make that one of the better ones. Here we go then. God, I love that tunnel. Right, I have no idea where I'm placing this first one. Not there, obviously. I use this one a lot. Let's place it here. There we go. That's cool. Take a screenshot for the Discord. Happy days. This server is great. Have you not seen any of the server? Show you the... Just very quickly, we'll go to spawn very quickly before I log off. So this is just my area. This isn't like the server at large. So I'm what, 1500 out? Like, and these, like, this is just my local bases. It's been running for 3 years now, guys. I think 3 and a bit. I think that's right. So turn off. Off schematic. Don't worry about it. It's weekend. Won't kill me to go to bed a few minutes late. Give you a quick tour of the server. Turn off schematic rendering. There's no schematics loaded. That is literally the color of it. I don't think there's any. There's no placements. That is literally, I think that's literally just the color of the blocks. Maybe it looks a bit weird on the screen or something. I don't know. Maybe it's my pack. So yeah, we have tunnels going out. That's just because it's not on the main network. And we've hit a traffic jam. That doesn't happen very often. So this is the work of Crazy. Oh yeah, they took a long time. They took a few weeks to do. They go out a long way in each direction. Yeah, so this spawn is the work of Crazy, and this is the overworld side, which is the work of myself and Bonehead. Oops, we'll get super cool. Getting attacked by flying things now. Let me turn, let me eat beacons. There we go. Inspired by Cyber. I did not know that. That's cool. That's the Hall of Patreons. That's my work. Then we have, then we have all the shopping district and that, which is super cool. And then we do events because it's a no reset server. We do events every so often. Oh yeah, then we have the Star Wars statues. My apologies. Again, these were where I got them from the Thingiverse. I always love these. This was like Christmas last year. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't reset a server. Well, I always love the events we do. So if I go here, we should... Oh, I've turned rendering off. So I'm miles out now. So this is the last place we're going to see because it'll take me forever to get back. We have got an ice road, so... I built the Star Wars statues. I did it. It was last Christmas. Again, I did the Thingiverse, converted a 3D model and then built them into the things. So yeah, like this is the event that we just did, where we all just get rid of all our stuff, go somewhere far out on the server. This is like 30,000 blocks out. And we all just build the town together, which is super, super cool. So you're welcome to join. The Discord link's been in the chat multiple times, hopefully. If not, you can get it from abfielder.com and anyone can play. Cool. But that is definitely me done. And this is not my home. I'm going to go and sit in my home. There we go. There we go. With my polar bears. Cool. I thank you all for being in. It's been a lovely stream. Good to see you all. Good to see you, Crazy and Carnage, if you're still here. And new people. Yeah, great. Hopefully I'll stream a bit more. And thank you for the tips as well for vertical streaming. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Good night, everybody.